Better late than never unless you really don't want to hear us at all, in which case we apologize. Jeremy Smith alongside David Turner here from Tyne Davis Gymnasium. Fourth game of the day in this Jimmy Faulkner Classic. 30 seconds into this one. It's Faulkner versus Freed-Hardeman. No score yet. Starters first for the Lions of Freed-Hardeman that are making their season debut here. The 6'7" junior forward from Nashville, Tennessee, Hunter Skurlock. The 6'5" sophomore guard from Huntsville, Alabama, Geraldo Lane. 6'4" sophomore guard from Eagleville, Tennessee, Riley McLaren. The 6'1" redshirt freshman point guard from Boulevard, Tennessee, Jaquan Lax. And the 6'7" graduate forward from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Brandon Thomas. Those are the starters for Freed-Hardeman. For the Eagles of Faulkner, David Turner.
For Faulkner, it'll be number 1, Trace Hill, the 6'4" senior guard from Hartselle, Alabama. Number 3, C.J. Hines, the 6'3" sophomore guard from Atlanta, Georgia. Number 5, Jonathan Garcia, the 5'11" sophomore guard from Clint, Texas. Number 10, Derek Donegan, the 6'5" senior forward from Atlanta, Georgia. And finally, number 11, Isaiah Brooks, the 6'4" forward from Atlanta, Georgia.
2-0 is the lead after Hunter Skurlock hits the layup. There is Isaiah Brooks, a handoff to Jonathan Garcia. Back over to C.J. Hines. Hines steps out of bounds. So the ball will be inbounded in front of the Freed-Hardeman bench. Donegan called for a tech. All right. So the first personal on Donegan. It is a tech. Riley McLaren to the line. First one up, no good. McLaren averaged 8.9 points a game a season ago. 40 of 46 from the free throw line. Makes the second one here. This is a Freed-Hardeman team. Wanye King, Cortland Martin are gone. Those were two of the big name scorers. But David Turner, they bring back 90 starts on a roster that returns 11 players.
And missing some of those key scores from last year, but like you say, a lot of experience coming back from a team that was pretty solid last year, 19-13 overall.
Working to the left, turning the corner. Layup, right hand good for Jaquan Lax. It's 5-0 Freed-Hardeman. Hines into the front court, handoff Donegan. Or rather Brooks.
Good backdoor cat
Hill
pass
misses
and
it.
cut.
Donegan tipped back good. Donegan gets a piece of it on the inbound. Faulkner, they flashed it against Huntington a little over a week ago, their first game of the year. They've started to press this season. Donegan's already gotten his hand on the ball twice in the press in this one. 5-2 is the score. Ball will be inbounded. Right back to Brandon Thomas, the transfer from Bryan College. Thomas from the elbow, good. There's C.J. Hines with the basketball into the front court. Hand off Isaiah Brooks, loses it. Right back. Hines, step back, good. 7-4 the score, Freed-Hardeman the lead. Thomas to McLaren, sends it over left wing. Back up top, drive downhill and a foul on C.J. Hines.
Hines got McLaurin on the arm as he was going in for the shot.
McLaren to the line. Free throw up and good. 8-4. Misses it. Rebound Donegan. Hines with the ball. Faulkner down 8-4. Hines defended quite well by Lax. Hines can't get it to go. Nobody underneath for the rebound there for Faulkner, as Thomas had position on Donegan. Skerlock leaves it for Lax. Lax to the right, loses it. Donegan pulls back, hand off Hines. Hill, 3, count it.
Hill, a reliable shooter from that corner, wide open on that transition attempt.
McLaren into Hill. Offensive foul. Trace Hill sells it. 8-7 the score. Faulkner with the ball. Elijah Jones checks in for Derek Donegan. And I'll get you a number here in a moment when the man turns around. That's going to be Dawson Bailey in the game for Freed-Hardeman. It's going to take me a minute on these numbers for Freed-Hardeman. The contrasting color's not a thing. Peyton Law also checks in for Freed-Hardeman. Hines works the ball over. Gets it right back. Step back. 3. No good. Rebound. Taken down by Peyton Law. Law downhill. Gets fouled on the dunk attempt. J.J. Weed also in the game for Freed-Hardeman. Weed, a 6-foot freshman guard from Clarksville, Tennessee. Law, a 6'6 freshman forward from Calhoun, Georgia. Bailey, a 6'4 junior guard from Bentonville, Arkansas. C.J. Hines, that's the junior guard from Atlanta for Faulkner. He's got 2 fouls. That's not good.
That's not good.
Daniel Garmendia in for him. So Faulkner's leading returning scorer, goes to the bench with foul trouble early on. Now you're going to get to see Garcia and Garmendia in the backcourt together, which should be interesting. You're going to reset the shot clock. It didn't go all the way to 30. So it should be at 26 now. Garcia over the timeline, ahead of Garmendia. Feeds Brooks. Back out. Garcia thought about it. Escape dribble. 3. May have been more contested on the shot he took than the one he had before, but he knocked it down.
And Garcia had a big debut in the Eagles' first game, 24 points for him, 5 of 8 from 3 over the course of that ball game.
His 3 here gives Faulkner its first lead of the game at 10-8. Working to the right is Wheat. Now back left, all the way downhill. Elijah Jones met him at the rim. Garmendia chases down the loose ball. Garmendia to Garcia. Garcia off the screen from Brooks. Another 3. In and out, but Brooks the board and a foul on the floor. They're going to get the big man Peyton Law with that one. Did he put it on? I think he put it on Law. No, instead he put it on J.J. Wheat. There's Trace Hill to Garcia. Garcia the handoff. Brooks. Brooks back out to Hill. Hill on the deck, steps back, 7 to shoot. Brooks out of the corner, no good, rebound. Coming the other way, Freed-Hardeman. Garcia provides the pressure, forces the outlet. Back up top, attacks the elbow, feeds Wheat, right hand ties it. 14:51 and counting. Garcia with the basketball. Garcia all the way, kicks it to the corner. Trace Hill, in, out, in and out again. Trace Hill missed that shot twice.
He did. I don't see how that shot did not fall down.
14:34 on the game clock. 10 all. Ball thrown into Skurlock. Feeds it to the left. Elijah Jones with the block. The Middle Georgia State transfer. 22-14 in his debut, and a big block here. Trace Hill, left hand, won't go. Jones with the board, and he may have been fouled from behind. No, they'll just say it goes out of bounds. Garmendia to trigger the inbound. Jones collects it. There's Derek Murphy. There is Garmendia for a three. The assist to Derek Murphy. 13-10 is your score. Trace Hill the steal. Back to Derek Murphy. Puts it on the deck. Deflected and stolen. Murphy is the man back to stop ball. Up and misses it. Jones gets the rebound. Over to Garmendia. Garmendia gets it to Derek Murphy. Murphy across the timeline. Hand off Garmendia. Over to Hill. Hill, Garmendia, thought about it. Escape dribble. Three, knocks it down. Tranquilo, baby. Daniel Garmendia rolling early. Derek Murphy on the ball right now, David Turner. Really interesting sequence. The foul trouble by C.J. Hines is going to give Derek Murphy some extra minutes early. And it's a real opportunity for him. He's on point now.
It really is. He's a guy that can shoot the ball, no question about it. Just really because of the depth that the Eagles have had at that position, hasn't gotten the opportunity to get a ton of playing minutes.
A nice job by Murphy not to foul him there, just to make the shot a little harder. 16-12. Murphy will be defended by a Wheat as he crosses the timeline. Hand off Garmendia. Garmendia works it over. That's Isaiah Brooks. And a little miscommunication with Brooks and Murphy. Donegan will check in, as will the big man T.J. Williams. Elijah Jones and Isaiah Brooks both check out. (16-12) is your score. Weed into the front court. Works it over to Jaquan Lax. Gets it back over left side now. The attack downhill. Wheat can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Put back, no. And they'll say it went out of bounds. Murphy was the closest to it. Zach Bauer in the ball game. 6'7" junior forward out of Albany, Oregon. That's him with the ball right now. Works it over to Jaquan Lax. Now back down to Brandon Thomas. Thomas going to work. Kicks it back out. Lax, three. No good. Rebound, Garcia. Garcia into the front court. Hand off Garmendia. Garmendia gets it to Garcia. Garcia to Hill. Hill throws it away. They'll say it went off of Wheat. And that's the under 12 media timeout. 16-12 your score, Faulkner Sports Network.
Training tomorrow's teachers, ministers, and scientists, guiding future business leaders to positively impact our global economy, teaching healthcare professionals to improve patient outcomes, coaching athletes to give their best on and off the field, men and women learning how to succeed wherever their dreams take them. That's Faulkner University. With over 70 undergraduate and graduate degree programs, you'll find your calling, all in a Christian learning environment. Faulkner University. Discover more at faulkner.edu.
16-12 is your score. Faulkner in the lead, 11:48 to go, opening half. There's Isaiah Brooks, misses the shot, leaves it short. Outlet pass, Jaquan Lax ran the floor well. Finished it.
It's no secret what this Freed-Hardeman team is looking to do. They're looking to get out and run, beat you down the floor, get some easy buckets, and they're going to attack every time and every chance they get.
Garcia working left. Has it knocked loose, throws it away, and they're off and running again. Brooks, the man back, and Jaquan Lax in transition again. 16-0, they're going to have a problem with him. It is hard to beat him down the floor. C.J. Hines back out there with 2 fouls now. There's Garmendia.
It's going to be interesting to see who he picks up on the other end of the floor.
Right hand left short by Garmendia. Here comes Freed again. That's Wheat. Bauer got it down to Thomas. Thomas, right hand turnaround, takes advantage of the size. 6'7", 243, and Freed's on top. There's Hill. Garmendia, escape dribble. That's a 2. No good. Brooks tips it out. Garcia, that's a 3, and it counts. 19-18, Faulkner with the lead. J.J. Weed into the front court. Sends it over to Lax. Back down on the right wing. Thomas working against Brooks. Up top, there's Wheat. Left it short. Hill the rebound. 9:55 and counting. C.J. Hines on the ball. Hines works left. Hand off Hill. Hill to Garcia. Garcia downhill. Falling to his left. He knocks it down.
That's a tough shot. Tough shot.
21-18 the score. Up top, C.J. Hines got a hand on it. Knocked it out of bounds. Elijah Jones checks in. Isaiah Brooks out. Daniel Garmendia out. And Reagan Edmondson into the game for the first time. Ball set up top. Geraldo Lane has it stolen by Trace Hill. There's Hines. Faulkner looking to run it on its own here. Hines splits a double team. I don't even know how he got through there, let alone hit the shot. 23-18. That's the element of C.J. Hines' game they've been waiting to see develop. That just downhill into the teeth of the defense and take the shot and make it.
Just the strength, like you said, to be able to get that shot up. Had 2 defenders really hanging on him, but
Hines attacks right. Garcia, skip pass. Edmondson, he'll step out of bounds. Defenses are causing lots of problems for both teams right now.
Yeah, 7 turnovers for Freed, 5 or 6 now for the Eagles.
Ball back over to Skurlock. That's Law. He hands it off to McLaren. Left side, attack downhill, stripped by Garcia. And off of Lane. 8:16 remaining in the half. Hill will inbound. There's Hines.
That's one way to beat the press, catch him napping.
Garcia misses it. Long rebound chased down by Freed-Hardeman. He nearly traveled, got it out of his hand, though.
I think
Bailey.
I think the referees were looking at something else. I think technically he did travel. But as it is, Eagles get back defensively.
Jaquan Lax gets the ball over. The drive downhill.
There's a charge.
Offensive foul on Skurlock.
It's the second charge that Trace Hill has picked up in this ball game.
23-18, 7:48 to play in the opening half. Hill will inbound to Edmondson. Back to Hill. Edmondson again. Back to Hill. He'll cross the timeline. Skip pass. Edmondson collects it to Hines. 18 to shoot. There's Hill and now Edmondson. Hines on the deck with 11 to shoot. Skip pass, corner, three, no good, left it short. Edmondson chases on rebound though. Nice job by the freshman to take it all the way after getting the offensive rebound. 25-18 your score.
Heads up move following that shot. You always hear that term, follow your shot, but oftentimes you don't do it. But he does that just there and rewarded for the effort.
Trace Hill providing the defense. That's McLaren out of the corner, knocks it down. Riley McLaren makes it 25-21. C.J. Hines on the ball, defended by McLaren. Off the screen from Jones. Edmondson up at the rim, can't get it to go. Fights for the rebound, chases it. Hines for three. C.J. shines here in Tyne Davis. 28-21, 6:35 and counting to go in the opening half. Lax into the front court, works it over to Thomas. Thomas gets the ball back over to Law. That's Lax to McLaren. McLaren works off the screen from Thomas, looks to turn the corner. A lot of contact, no call there. Bailey with it. Back out to Thomas, 7 to shoot. Bounce pass out to McLaren, 4 to shoot. 3, 2. Thomas will get it off and miss it. Edmondson rebounds it. The Eagles defend for the full 30 on that one. Hines with the ball, 7-point advantage. Back over to Edmondson. Hines into the corner. Garcia puts it on the deck. He'll pull it up, knocking it down smooth as he want to be. 30-21 is your score.
And there you see the advantage of him hitting those 2 threes early in this half. He gets the pump fake, defender bites. He takes that one nice dribble inside, and he's got an easy mid-range look.
Off the foot, Elijah Jones.
Look at the hustle.
Thrown out. Garcia chases it down, layup, right hand good. Elijah Jones created every bit of that.
Every bit of it. Ball knocked out. Elijah Jones, first man on the floor, right to it, kicks it up ahead, and then it ends up with an easy layup in transition for the Eagles.
Sometimes a change of scenery is the best thing that can happen for you. Elijah Jones was at Middle Georgia, well liked within that program. They had a lot of roster turnover. He's a kid from Millbrook, Alabama, Prattville Christian Academy, just up the road, and comes home. And boy, what a homecoming it's been for him so far. 22-14 in his debut. He looks like a completely different basketball player.
He really does, and it's a player that for Middle Georgia, for whatever reason, wasn't getting just a ton of minutes.
Yeah.
And when you see him here, like you said, coming off the bench in that first game, 22-14, just huge minutes, huge production out of him. And here tonight, he hasn't really scored the basketball, but he's doing every little thing that this team needs, and sometimes that's more important.
Yeah, block shots, rebounds, hustle plays, just really putting in the work. And that kind of play right there, you and I have talked about for years that for Faulkner to work and Scott Sanderson's system to really work, you have to have somebody that wants the 50-50 ball more than anybody on the floor. It used to be Garrett Sanderson.
Yeah.
That was always his kind of play. But Elijah Jones is playing that way so far.
Well, Scott Sanderson, if you want playing time, you've got to be willing to do those things. It doesn't matter who you are. you've got to be willing to go after those loose balls and make the effort on rebounds and do all of those things. And that's something that this coaching staff, and Scott Sanderson specifically, has demanded out of his players. And, look, there's nothing wrong with it at all.
Not a bit. Under 6 media timeout is through. 32-21 is your score here. Ball sent over left side. That's Law. Gets it back up to Wheat. Wheat on the deck, left side. Back over. Bounce pass down to Thomas. Brooks trying to stay with him. Edmondson over with a help. High pass corralled. 4 to shoot. Bailey, nice spin. Back to the baseline with the left hand for Dawson Bailey.
That was a really good spin for Bailey on the Eagle, arguably the Eagles' toughest defender in Trace Hill.
Handoff, Garcia. He didn't need a lot of room to get that one off. Missed it. Garcia back over to Edmondson. Edmondson, the drive, the kick. Hines coming out of the corner. Back up, Trace Hill, 4-3. Left it wide left. Isaiah Brooks to Garcia, and we'll reset again with 17 on the shot clock. Garcia over to Hines. Throws it down to Brooks. Skip pass, now into the corner. Edmondson, 3 in and out, won't drop. Rebound coming the other way, 9-point advantage for Faulkner. Freed with the ball. Wheat misses it. Edmondson clears the rebound. We'll go the other way. Garcia on the deck, the drive through, dribbles all the way across the baseline. That's Edmondson. Trapped. Got to get it out of there. Gets it to Hines. Hines now working to the left. Back over to Hill.
Good
Touch pass
inside
to Brooks, and he finishes it 34-23.
The awareness of Trace Hill on point right there. Just that simple touch pass, wide open, was Brooks underneath.
Dawson Bailey misses the 3. Garcia the rebound. Off and running is Garcia. He'll pull it right hand at the cup and drop it. 36-23. And Jonathan Garcia already having himself a night. He's got 14.
If the defender's not going to turn around, if he's going to keep your back to him, just go ahead and take the shot. That's exactly what Garcia did. Makes him pay for it.
Substitutions aplenty for everybody here. Hill will stay. Hines will stay. Garmendia, Jones, and Murphy return for Freed-Hardeman. Thomas remains out there. Lane is back. McLaren is back. Wheat stayed. That one no good. Skurlock is the 5th out there. Hines with the ball. Finds Elijah Jones, and he'll finish it at the rim with the left hand.
Slips the pick and roll does Elijah Jones, and Hines does a great job of seeing him and finding him right in front of the face of the basket.
Elijah Jones with a block. Garmendia going the other way. Hand off Hines. Step back 3. C.J. shines in Tyne Davis. 41-23. It's all Faulkner right now.
That puts C.J. Hines in double figures now with 10, following Garcia's 14 already in the half.
Wheat with the ball, working left, back right, step back, looks for help, finds Thomas. Jones is there to meet him. Nice job by Thomas, didn't do too much, knocks it down. 41-25 is your score. Hines working left, hands it off to Murphy. Murphy to Garmendia. Working downhill, Hines has it blocked. Rebound cleared by Skurlock. Off and running is Freed. That's Riley McLaren into the corner. That's Lane for 3. He'll miss it. Derek Murphy with the rebound. Murphy will lead the break. Murphy brings it across the face of the goal, working left. 23 on the shot clock, $1:40 on the game clock. Hines face up with McLaren. He'll back it back out with 14 to shoot. Hill, Hines on the deck, right wing, and a whistle away from the ball. You're going to get an offensive foul and a turnover on Elijah Jones. First foul on Jones. Scott Sanderson disagrees with the call. There's Thomas at midcourt. Stolen by Garmendia. He'll lead the break. slow it down, wait for help. Hill, now Murphy. Garmendia, Hill. Drives baseline, kicks it and stolen. A little too much that time. 105 and counting. Turnover numbers high for Faulkner this half. There's another one for Freed.
Freed's 12th turnover of the half. The Eagles have 8.
C.J. Hines will check back in with 1:01 left in the half. Derek Murphy out. Elijah Jones out. Isaiah Brooks is back. Garmendia in the corner for 3. No good. Thomas clears the board. Coming the other way inside a minute now. There's Lax with it. Loses the ball and a foul on the floor. I think they're going to get Brooks here. They do.
They will. His first foul.
Just the 4th team foul on Faulkner. Very clean half as far as that goes. Into the corner to Lax. Drives, pulls it, no good. Rebound, fought for, tipped around. Thomas has it, layup at the rim, good. Hill will throw it into Hines. 35 seconds and counting in a 14-point ball game. Hines working left, now back right. There's Hill. Hines. 8-second difference between shot and game. 5 on the shot clock. Garmendia on the deck, through, muscles it up and one! Daniel Garmendia. Give him 8 and put him on the line. Murphy back, Hines out.
There you see the offense exchange there for Scott Sanderson, looking to get Hines back out there for the offensive possession, pulls him out for this last-second defensive possession so he doesn't get a foul.
Yeah, no need to let him get a third foul here. 4 seconds into the corner. Lax. That forced the travel. Jonathan Garcia came flying from the elbow, extended and forced them to just hesitate enough on the shot. He couldn't get it off, and it's a free turnover.
6/10 remaining in the half.
And they'll get it into Murphy. He'll baseball pass it toward the cheerleaders. And we go to halftime with Faulkner up 44-27. Freed-Hardeman came in with a definite plan.
Yeah.
Faulkner rode that early wave, and the Eagles fully in control most of this half.
And that's really all it was for Freed, is that early wave, get into the paint, cause some disruption with that. They did a nice job at front at first, but the Eagles adjusted and have really maintained defensively, really making them drag out those possessions, 20, 25 seconds to get a good look. And most of the numbers are bearing a lot of that. Rebounding margin, 23 rebounds for Faulkner, 14 for Freed, 10 of those on the offensive glass for the Eagles. The turnovers are the biggest issue for both teams, 13 for Freed, 8 for Faulkner. And then you start looking at some of the other things. Points in the paint is even at 18 for each team at this point, but second chance points, 13 for Faulkner and only 2 for Freed. And that's probably your biggest thing to circle right there in that first half. Absolutely.
Listen, refs are letting them play. It's been a physical game, but only 8 fouls called total in the first half. Both teams would like to get the turnovers under control, but you're going to have those when you have this kind of defensive intensity and this kind of press.
Yeah, you are. And some of those things, they're just going to happen just by you being aggressive. And you can live with some of them, but sometimes you begin to play too quickly with with everything going on, and then you just start making silly turnovers as it goes on over the course of a game.
Listen, for me, the big number in this, and there's 2 of them, they're related, in this half, 10 offensive rebounds for Faulkner, 13-2 on second chance points. I mean, That's the difference in your ball game. It's a 17-point game right now. That's 11 of them.
Right.
Offensive boards and second chance points. Eagles have stayed on the attack. We'll give you more numbers in about 13 minutes on the Faulkner Sports Network.
Training tomorrow's teachers, ministers, and scientists, guiding future business leaders to positively impact our global economy, teaching healthcare professionals to improve patient outcomes, coaching athletes to give their best on and off the field, men and women learning how to succeed wherever their dreams take them. That's Faulkner University. With over 70 undergraduate and graduate degree programs, you'll find your calling, all in a Christian learning environment. Faulkner University. Discover more at faulkner.edu.
A&P Automotive is family owned and in the same location since 1985. We strive to be your one-stop shop for all your auto needs. You don't have to spend big money for a nice car. Our prices start at $3,995. We have several lenders and in-house financing available. Visit us online at anpautomotive.com.
Welcome back live, Tyne Davis Gymnasium. Faulkner versus Freed-Hardeman. Eagles with a 17-point lead. 20 minutes to go in the ballgame. Jeremy Smith alongside David Turner. And David, we talked about it going into halftime, but the Eagles on the attack the whole time. Created a lot of opportunities, a lot of second chance opportunities as Thomas goes in and makes that one. Cuts it to 15. 13-2 in second chance points for the Eagles. 10 offensive rebounds. There's Garcia missing the three. Hill couldn't control the board. Lax off and running, and he got a piece of Derek Donegan to draw the contact. Really smart by Lax there. He might have cost himself the layup.
Yeah.
But he does get the foul.
He did cost himself the layup trying to get into the body of Donegan as he had to take such a wide step to get into him. But like you said, does pick up that little cheap foul on Donegan. Now gets 2 shots at the free throw line, makes the first one.
Free throw up and good. One more coming for Lax. Misses it right side. Rebound taken down Isaiah Brooks. There's Hines. Works over to the right. That's Garcia. Garcia puts it on the deck. Works left. 13 to shoot. Out to Hines. Freed has somehow, if you can believe it, ratcheted up the intensity defensively so far this half. They already were pretty intense, but you want to talk about taking all the space away. They've done that so far. There's McLaren, back over left side. Lax on the deck to the elbow. Thomas gets it to go. He's been really good.
That's good action by Thomas, just finding the weak spot in the defense, coming up back to the basketball and taking his shot when he had the opportunity.
12 points for him now, and he comes away with a steal. Leads down to 12 for Faulkner. Thomas again. Gets it back over. The question has not been what Freed can do with the starters on the floor. It's what happens when they got to go to the bench.
Yeah.
And that's where Faulkner has created a lot of separation. 13-6 for Faulkner's bench in the first half for that advantage, 13-6. Brooks can't come away with it, and there's an easy bucket for Freed, and Scott Sanderson frustrated. That cuts it to 10. It's +7 for Freed-Hardeman here in the second half. It's a 7-0 run to open the frame.
When you've seen a couple of times already for this Eagle offense, they've gotten there and they've just over-dribbled, or they've gotten themselves into a bad situation and had 2 or 3 defenders around them and given up the basketball, and it's led to easy buckets and layups on the other end for Freed-Hardeman. Now they're right back in this ball game.
Scott Sanderson took the timeout. And, you know, it's only the second game for Faulkner, only the first for Freed. So you wonder, I mean, it's hard to see any trends yet.
Right.
But we have seen this Eagle team at times in the last couple of years build that lead and then kind of sit back. Rather than, like, they would come out of the halftime, out of the locker room a little more lax than they had been, rather than just going for the finish. So we'll see. Garcia gets it into Hines. Works right. Back over left side, Hill. Turns the corner. Threw up, right hand, no good. Rebound taken out. Elijah Jones put back, no good. Rebound tipped out. Controlled by Garcia and stolen from behind by Jaquan Lax. McLaren for 3, no good. Rebound taken out, Isaiah Brooks. Garcia, escape dribble, mid-range, knocks it down.
Again, the threat of the three-pointer there for Garcia. Defender bites on it. As you said, takes that one escape dribble right, has an easier mid-range shot.
16 for Garcia. Right down the lane. Elijah Jones! Elijah Jones! Oh, my goodness. Wow. Officially 2 blocks for Elijah Jones.
If you look up meeting someone at the rim, there is your definition.
Hunter Scarlock cocked it back and was ready to rock, and Elijah Jones just took his soul. Absurd. Left shot, no good. Rebound, Trace Hill. Hines. Ahead to Brooks. Has it poked loose. Gathers. Garcia. Escape dribble. Knocks it down. He's got 19. Lax into the front court. Works it over to the right-hand side. Back up. Left wing. Down the baseline, and one. Jaquan Lax going to go to the line. He's got 9.
Lax from the free throw line tonight, 1 of 2.
He'll knock that one down. He's in double figures at 10. The lead's 12. Derek Donegan back. Elijah Jones is out. Garcia. There's Hines. Hand off Brooks. Garcia.
Good backdoor cut
There's
from Hines.
He's fouled at the rim.
Hines read that play tremendously, saw the defender stepping out on him, shielding him at the 3. He goes right back door on him and a great feed inside.
Hines to the line. Free throw up and good. One more coming for Hines. He's got 11. Give him 12. Misses that one. Hines clears it, coming the other way. Step through, finishes with the right hand. C.J. Hines. That's new.
Up, under, around, behind, inside. I don't know if there's any
all
other words.
of the prepositions. My goodness. That's new. 53-39. Down to Brooks. Garcia. Hill. 14-point game. Brooks loses the handle. Back out to Garcia. And he'll be called for the travel. McLaren, good job defensively, just stayed home. $14-point game. $14:51 remaining. That's Wheat working to the right. Back left. Top of the key. Wheat back over to McLaren. Law. Law on the deck. Leaves it 5 to shoot. Nice job that time by Bailey, knowing where the shot clock was at.
Not rushing it, just getting to the rim and taking your time to get the shot you wanted.
53-41 with 14-11. Into the corner. Trace Hill for 3. No good. Hines with the rebound. Finds Hill. He's fouled at the rim on the dunk attempt. (53-41). 14:03 to go. Hill to the line. 3 points on the evening for him, make it 4. One more coming. Knocks it down, he's got 5. These two teams play again tomorrow. Different dance partners. Freed-Hardeman against Middle Georgia State at 3 o'clock. Faulkner against Oakwood at 7. Law gets it in. There goes Wheat. Wheat flashes the wheels. Stolen by Garmendia. Faulkner starts the break the other way. Daniel Garmendia from the elbow backs it out. He'll slow it down.
Wisely backs it out.
There's Hines left at wing. Hines works to the left. Back to his right. Handoff Brooks. Deflected, thrown back in. There goes Law with it.
Good job by Wheat.
And Isaiah Brooks meets him at the rim and fouls him. Scott Sanderson did not like the call. Also, water is wet, the sky is up, and the ground is down. 55-41.
They calling a.
Now, if they called it a flagrant here, I really understand Sanderson's displeasure.
That would have to be the call, is flagrant.
Wow. Foul on Brooks. Fine. Flagrant? Okay. Interesting decision with what we've seen in this ball game. That's not even the hardest foul we've seen in this game. Scott Sanderson wants an explanation. He's not happy with what he's getting. .12 game. Law to the right. Bailey spins, gives it up, and another foul call. Listen, for all the fun Faulkner's had, it's only a 12-point ball game.
And that foul on Edmondson.
Or now only a 10-point ball game, rather. And back to the line, and the best thing that can happen to Freed is the chance to score with the clock not moving. .10 game, 13:22 on the clock. Put J.J. Wheat back on the line. He's got 6. Give him 7. 9-point game. There's Garmendia to Hill. Hines. And Hines throws it away. McLaren's got it. Freed back the other way. Wheat. McLaren. 3. Good! 6-point game. Now Freed is weathering the Faulkner storm. Garmendia to Brooks, and Sanderson may need a timeout. Hines. Step back 3. Good! Hines with the answer. He's got 17.
And Hines had that look in his eyes. He knew he was going to take that shot the entire time. It was just a matter of which one he was going to take. Defender bit a little too much on that inside dribble, so he steps it right back for the corner 3.
And a foul.
And a cheap foul on Brooks underneath.
That is a mismatch that Thomas is going to be able to take advantage of. If he can front Brooks, there's going to be a real problem for Brooks because, look, Thomas is 6'7", 243. It's difficult for Brooks to do anything as athletic as he is against him. Right hand up, no good, and that's what you got to do there. Don't foul him and be ready to take the rebound. There's Garmendia to Hines.
It's really all Brooks can do.
There's Hill. Edmondson. Hill turns the corner, into the corner. Garmendia for 3, knocks it down. He's got 12.
Been huge off the bench as Daniel Garmendia, as one would expect.
Attacks into the lane, left hand, good. That'll cut it back to 10. We're at the under 12 media timeout. Faulkner Sports Network.
I don't know if there's anything I like better than good barbecue. Full Moon has the best barbecue and best smoked wings in town, and those onion rings are out of this world. Go by after the game and use your ticket for a buy one, get one free barbecue sandwich. Say hi to Chris in person at 7660 East Chase Parkway or give him a call at 334-676-5999.
61-51 your score, 11:25 to play. Garcia to Hill, back to Garcia again. Now Brooks in the front court. There's C.J. Hines. Only a 10-point ball game. Faulkner led by 17 at the half. Nice job, and Isaiah Brooks finishes it. Really good action there to Trace Hill. He found Brooks, and Brooks lays it in about as gentle of a dunk as you'll ever see him take, and still emphatic.
And Trace Hill works that elbow, to me, about as well as anybody does. And there's a three from J.J. Wheat.
Well, knockdown, fall down, J.J. Wheat. 9-point game. Hines into the lane, gets it to go. He's got 19. It's an 11-point game. Into the front court, working off the screen. To the elbow. That's Skurlock. He and Garmendia tussle for the ball. Skurlock wins it. Brooks rebounds the miss. Thrown out. There's Hines. Hines on the deck. Through, up, and
got the block.
They went block.
I think the only explanation for that is Lax had to be on the circle or in there because he was set.
Had to be. That's the only thing I can come up with. Hines to the line. Shooting 2. He and Garcia are tied with a game-high 19. Thomas and Wheat lead Freed with 12 apiece. Hines leaves that one short. One more coming from C.J. Hines. That one's good. Give him 20. Wheat with the ball. Works it over to Lane. Lane against Garmendia. Back up top. Right wing. There's the attack from Lax. Left hand finish won't go. Donegan the board, and he gets pushed by Lax. It's going to be foul number 2 on Lax. The 4th on Freed as a team this half. Garmendia into the front court, working around to the left. Back to Hill. Hines. Hines, left wing, off the screen from Donegan. 16 to shoot. Defended tightly all the way out to the logo by Bauer. Hill wide open, misses it. Rebound taken down by Wheat, going the other way. Only an 11-point lead, or 12-point lead. Now a 9-point lead. Lane knocks it down. Hines across the timeline. Hand off Garcia. Hill.
Good back door.
Nice feed. Hines finishes it. He's got 22. .850 and counting. Wheat into the front court. Spins in the lane, loses the ball. Garmendia has numbers. He'll lead the break. All the way to the block, into the lane, can't get it, and Skurlock clears it. There's Wheat. He'll answer at the rim on the other end.
Wheat is so quick.
Yeah. 68-59.
He can get wherever he wants to go on the court within 2 dribbles.
And the change of direction,
so
incredible. He doesn't need a big crease to split a defense. Hill all the way in, can't get it to go, tips it out, and there's a whistle. It'll be against Trace Hill. So a 9-point ball game, Freed with the ball. Here come the Lions again. Couple of substitutions here. Wheat out. Bauer out. Thomas is back. Lax is back. Lax works it over. Lane dumps it down to Thomas. Thomas going to work against Brooks. Lost the ball. They'll keep it on that end.
There you see him bringing help from the weak side. Trace Hill coming from that top side trying to seal him in. Thomas has been a problem on that low block. 12 points in the ball game, 6 of 9 shooting, 4 rebounds.
Thomas to the elbow. Nice action on that play. Stayed with it after the miss did Skurlock. Got the putback. He's got 6. It's all the way down to 7 now. It has been all Freed-Hardeman. They're plus 10 in the second half. There's Brooks. Hines, the drive, the kick, Garcia. Skurlock closed out. Garcia turned it over. Now Freed throws it right back. Faulkner got a break on that one.
16th turnover in the ball game for Faulkner on that last play. And then Freed matches it with his 16th as well.
Hill across the timeline to Murphy. To Garcia. Hines. Hines to the right. Back left. Down the lane. Into the traffic. Can't get it to go. Brooks pokes it out, but recovering his lane. Into the lane. Skurlock right in good. It's a 5-point ball game. Loose ball. Hines scoops it up. Credit Freed-Hardeman. They have tightened the clamps defensively. Faulkner's not had an answer. Garcia, escape dribble. There's an answer, and he missed it. Thrown ahead, McLaren. Lax back to McLaren. Only a 5-point game. Make it a 2-point game, or a 3-point game. 68-65. Freed has almost climbed completely out of a 17-point hole. And if you're Scott Sanderson, interesting what he's done here. He's going to take the full, and he'll still have the under 6 media after this.
Yeah.
So he's really going to get 2 fulls out of this. But my gracious, Freed-Hardeman, you wondered what adjustments they might make in at halftime, and they've made them.
Yeah, and it's been all defensively, really. Like you said, they're trapping, they're bringing 2 and 3 defenders, they're putting some different looks in there. They've ratcheted up that intensity level defensively, and it's led to a lot of easy baskets for them. Freed is shooting 62.5% here in the second half, and that's one of the things. They're shooting so well because they're getting shots right at the rim. They're getting runouts. They're getting things that have come off of mistakes by the Eagles on the other end.
And they've really, you talk about the traps and bringing help and all of this, but their man-to-man has been even tighter in this half. They've taken all the space away. They are in the chest of the offensive player every time he touches the basketball. There's no space. And
some of the numbers are beginning to bear out this second half, specifically points in the paint. Freed now holds a 38-26 lead in that department, and it has all come from this second half. They are pushing the pace, fighting to get inside, and then they're working inside completely out, and they are just taking advantage right now of everything inside, coming in here in the second half.
Yeah, Faulkner just 8 points in the paint here in the second half. So there's almost a steal there. Hines will corral it. He's got to get across the timeline. He does. 6 minutes and counting now. Hill turns the corner. Left hand, can't get it to go. Thomas the rebound. Freed could tie it. McLaren, left wing, Lane, Thomas, hand off McLaren, off the screen, back down the lane, or to Thomas, who works down the lane. Lost it, Garcia's got it. He's off and running. Finds Trace Hill at the rim, right hand good. 70-65, 5.5 to play. Lax with the basketball. Right side, McLaren. Garcia defends. Working left, back over, Lax, plenty of room, misses it. Rebound Garmendia, 5-12 as they get it over to C.J. Hines.
Start working that clock a little bit with 5 minutes remaining in this one, especially when they're dropping back defensively.
Garcia gets it over to Brooks, hand off Garcia. Garcia splits it all the way to the rim, gets fouled. That should get us to the under 6 media as he'll go to the line looking for 2 when we come back. 4:52 to play, 5-point game. Faulkner Sports Network.
Training tomorrow's teachers, ministers, and scientists, guiding future business leaders to positively impact our global economy, teaching healthcare professionals to improve patient outcomes, coaching athletes to give their best on and off the field, men and women learning how to succeed wherever their dreams take them. That's Faulkner University. With over 70 undergraduate and graduate degree programs, you'll find your calling, all in a Christian learning environment. Faulkner University. Discover more at faulkner.edu.
Jonathan Garcia to the line, shooting 2. 19 points on the evening for Garcia. He makes the first. That'll make it a 6-point game. One more coming for Garcia. Knocks it down. 7-point game, 3 possessions, 4:52 to play.
Now 20 points in the ball game for Garcia. 22, rather.
21.
21, there it is.
Somewhere in the middle.
Live stats finally updated.
He caught it, yeah. There's the handoff. Working toward the lane, now back out. Skurlock. Bullies to the block, misses the shot. And a foul on Brooks. Or are they going to? Yep, they'll get Brooks.
Seventh team foul now for the Eagles, so Freed will be at the line from here on out.
Free throw up and good. Six-point game. Knocks that down, 5-point game. Hill gives it over to Hines. Hand off Garmendia. Garcia. Brooks. Feeds Hill. Goes off of McLaren. Are they going to call a foul?
Yep. Call McLaren.
Wow. I thought the ball definitely went off of him, but all right.
I think they were calling it as an impediment of allowing Hill's freedom to move to get to the basketball.
Ball thrown into Garcia. To the elbow to Hines. Back over, swatted away. They're going to go foul on Skurlock.
Now, seventh team foul for Freed, so
One
Eagles at the 1-1.
Brooks to the line.
That's four fouls now on Hunter Skurlock.
Free throw, back iron, no good. Poked up, Freed-Hardeman basketball. Inbound will come from Skurlock. Got it into Lax. Lax will work right. Throws it to Thomas. 5-point game. Skurlock, right side. Dump down low. Finishes it, does Skurlock with the left hand. 70-69. 3-point game.
12 points now for Skurlock here on the night. 3 rebounds as well.
Hill, Garcia, Hines. Off the screen from Brooks. Hines, the drive. Left it. They'll say stays on this end. The inbound will come from Garmendia. There's Hines.
5 on the shot clock.
Garcia rises up, knocks it down! Jonathan Garcia had to get it off quickly and just drained it. He's got 24. Right side. Now McLaren in a 6-point game. To the left. Lane with the answer. 75-71, 2:47 to play. Ball thrown into Hines.
Freed at this point, willing to play hardcore half-court defense.
There's Garmendia.
Keep any
Brooks.
easy looks in transition on a press break.
And a foul called. They're going to get McLaren for a push on Brooks. It's 3 on McLaren. Brooks to the line. 1-1. Trying to calm himself a little bit, go through his motions. First one up and good. 76-71 is the score. One more coming from Isaiah Brooks. Rattles it off. Stays a 5-point game with 2:24 to go. There's the attack by Lax. Back out, throws it away. Turnover, unforced by Freed-Hardeman. Hill will trigger the inbound to Garcia. He'll push the issue. Back it out. Now baseline. Kicks it. Garmendia with the escape dribble. There's Hill. Reset with 20 on the shot clock. Hines, rather, with the ball.
At this point, clock's your friend. Just run as much as you can. Try to get a solid look at the basket.
If you finish at the free throw line, it's a good possession.
Yes.
To the line.
That also
Gets
works.
it in. C.J. Hines has got 24. 7-point game, 100 seconds to play. All the way to the block and a foul called on Isaiah Brooks.
That'll be his 5th. If it's on him, it is.
Now who do they go? It's got to be Jones or Williams or Donegan here. Sanderson doesn't look like he wants to put anybody in. Elijah Jones in the ball game. So Brooks' day is done. Give him 5 points, 8 rebounds.
It almost looked like a high-stakes game of paper, rock, scissors on the sideline as to who was going to go in.
And Sanderson was playing himself.
He was.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock finally arrived at an answer. Both free throws missed. Rebound Hines, that's huge. Garcia, Garmendia, Hill, Hines.
Minute 10 remaining in this one.
Turns the corner. Long pass. Garcia rises up, misses it. Poked out. Garmendia controls it, and he's fouled. Huge sequence. Garmendia chases it. Elijah Jones kept it alive.
And there's the key. Elijah Jones tipped that ball up, allowed Garmendia to run up underneath it and control it.
Elijah Jones kept it alive. Daniel Garmendia secured it. 78-71, 1 minute to play. And Garmendia to the line. 12 points for him tonight. Give him 13. One more coming for Garmendia. Nine-point game, 1 minute to play. Lax with the ball. Throws it ahead. Thomas finishes at the rim. 80-73, 55 seconds left, and a timeout taken by Freed-Hardeman. Not over yet, but Faulkner may have held off the Freed-Hardeman charge.
The 7-point game, 55 seconds, you would think the odds are in that favor, but it has been an absolute charge by Freed-Hardeman in this second half. They have put on a defensive clinic, created a lot of problems for the Eagles throughout the entirety of this game, but especially in the second half.
Absolutely, and now, you know they're going to set up their best defensive look. Their best defensive look, they need a steal, and if they don't get it, they got a foul.
Yeah.
Because the next one's going to be double bonus. But at this point, the clock is your biggest problem.
You got to stop the clock in order to keep the possession for yourself. And like you said, they're going to be looking for that steal. I would expect full court pressure. Go for the steal, and if not, be aggressive about the foul. And you would assume, as it looks like, Scott Sanderson going with his best free throw shooters and with really a four-guard lineup and Derek Donegan out there.
80-73 is the score. Hill gets it into Garcia.
Garcia does a great job jumping that pressure from Wheat and just turning the other way and going. Allows a few seconds to get off the clock anyway before Wheat can catch up with him and get the foul call.
He'll go to the line. 24 points to his credit tonight. 52.2 remaining. Free throw up and good. One more coming for Garcia. We'll make it a 9-point game. Good. 26 now for Garcia. Thrown into Lax. Lax runs into the trap, spins, goes, and a foul on Donegan. That will be the third on Donegan. Good news for Freed right now. You're at the line and the clock is stopped.
Best case scenario for them.
That'll cut it to 8. Derek Murphy in the game. Derek Donegan out of the game. No. They pull Murphy back. Now Murphy will check in for Donegan.
Which is smart for the rebounding opportunity if that free throw was missed.
82-75. Ball thrown into Garmendia. He loses it. So a turnover without the clock really moving. Now Murphy for Donegan again. 7-point game, 40.9 to play. Lax will throw it in. Skurlock, Thomas, Lax. Missed it, rebound Hill. Garcia off and running. Got it ahead to Garmendia, and Garmendia gets fouled. Good to see that he's okay. Got hit hard. Garmendia to the line. Dawson Bailey getting chants and cheers from the Faulkner student section. Free throw coming from Garmendia. Good. That'll push it back to 8. One more coming from Garmendia. Misses it. Donegan tips it out to Garmendia. Over to Hines. Back to Garmendia. Shot clock is off. There's Garcia. Back to Hines. And a foul. That'll put Hines on the line. He's got 24.
Foul's going to be on Lax. That's going to be his 4th. Not that it really matters at this point of the ball game.
13.8 to play. We'll start giving you some numbers here. Thomas and Wheat with 14 apiece to lead Freed-Hardeman. Skurlock and Lax with 12 each. McLaren with 10. That free throw put Hines at 25. Garcia's got 26. He's got the game high. Hines could match him here. And he does. So Garcia and Hines with 26 each. Garmendia with 16 to lead Faulkner. Hand off. Loses it. And stolen by Hines. He'll bring it into the front court, dribble it out, and we end the ball game 85-75. 17-point advantage for the Eagles at half. Lions come all the way back and make it a one-possession game. And Faulkner locks in for the home stretch and is able to put this one away with what is much closer than a 10-point ball game.
Yeah, it really was. And a lot of that comes in, like you said, that defensive intensity, and rebounds was probably the biggest thing for Faulkner as to why they won this basketball game. 40 rebounds for the Eagles, 24 for the Lions from Freed-Hardeman, but 16 of those are on the offensive glass. So that leads to an advantage on those second chance points, 20-4, and that's probably the biggest thing about this in this basketball game. Points in the paint, Freed wins that 42-30. Rather, you start looking at steals. Those are pretty even, 11 for Freed, 10 for Faulkner. And then you go into one of the biggest things are turnovers. 19 for Freed, 17 for Faulkner. But for me, one of the things that the defensive pressure from Freed did was it made Faulkner have to go ISO a lot more than what they normally do. Only 12 assists in this ball game, and they're usually up around 16 typically for this team.
For Freed-Hardeman, we alluded to it earlier. What they did in the paint in the second half got them back in this ball game. They end up with 42 points in the paint in the game, 24 of those in the second half. But for Faulkner, I'm going to take you back to the same place where we left off at halftime. 17 offensive rebounds for the Eagles tonight, 20-4 in second chance points. Huge difference in this game that they go plus 16 in second chance points in a game they win by 10. So Faulkner pulls it out, and I think you saw tonight what you're going to see all year long. Faulkner's at a place where they've been at a particular position on the national landscape. They are a ranked team, the number 11 team in the country. They've been in Kansas City, qualified to be there 3 consecutive years in the round of 16. The last couple of years, of course, 3 years ago, they were a 2 seed and it never happened. But you're going to get everybody's best game now. There is no sneaking up on anybody. And Faulkner is in that marked position where a team like Freed-Hardeman that's trying to prove itself comes in and gets a win over a ranked opponent, and
it makes their season.
Oh, completely different. And if you think it's going to be anything different than that tomorrow night when Oakwood comes in, you're not paying attention. Like, Faulkner is marked, and you got them. They got to turn around 24 hours from now and face a really talented scoring team in Oakwood, a team that I think is probably too young to figure out that they're not supposed to be there.
Right.
They play intense, they play fast, and it should be a lot of fun tomorrow night.
And look, Oakwood gave a solid, we know well coach Middle Georgia team fits all afternoon here earlier. So it's going to be a matchup for sure for the Eagles tomorrow on a short turnaround.
Jimmy Faulkner Classic Day 1's in the books. We're back at it tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Thomas women against the Milligan women. 3 o'clock, Middle Georgia men against the Freed-Hardeman men. 5 o'clock, the Faulkner women against the Cumberland women. And at 7 o'clock, the Faulkner men against the Oakwood men. For Preston Graham and Cade Todd, for the incomparable Buddy Bagsby, for David Turner, I'm Jeremy Smith. This has been the Faulkner Sports Network presentation of the Jimmy Faulkner Classic. Good night, and God bless you.